Whose cooking is better? I don't think it would go that far. My favorite Sebastian, France routine is like, oh my God, you're so sexy. Do you want to come work for me? No. Oh my God. I'll have to think about that one at the time. Let's see. I see you in the back as a Sebastian holding up a red thing. Yes. Yes. The live action Black Butler? I haven't seen it yet. Should I? I hear yes. No. This suddenly becomes The Price is Right. $9.95. You in the second row, darling, the blonde hair. Yes.
My question was, out of all the animes you've worked on so far, what was your most favorite one?
You know, it's hard to pick a favorite. Again, it's really hard to pick a favorite because I'm a wishy-washy, indecisive person, and every role I've ever played, every show I get to write or work on in any way, becomes part of me. I mean, it's a really intense process in some ways. I mean, I'm a little psychotic, as you just heard from my experiences recording Steins Gate. Those characters go from being just words on a page to a part of your psyche, and they kind of get lodged in there, and they don't ever come out. They're just there. And frequently, I talk to them in the car on the way to work or something. I mean, they're still there. And so at this point, there's hundreds of them up there in my very strange head, rattling around. And whenever I try to pick a favorite and say, oh, that's my favorite, because you're sweet and you've asked your question, and I don't want to be like, so I'll give you a favorite. I would go to my hotel room later tonight and be surrounded in my head by 80 characters going, you're a bastard, why didn't you pick me? So it's hard. It's really, really hard. I have a lot of favorites because they've all added something to my experience of myself, and that's really the joy of acting for me, is that it becomes this ironic quest of, first the appeal is getting out of your own skin and pretending to be someone else, only to find out that it was you all along. It's really cool. You just learn that, wow, somewhere inside of me there's a demon butler who is, sounds like that. Somewhere inside of me there's this, 17-year-old kid who's trying to keep it together because his dad doesn't think he's going to amount to anything. Somewhere inside of me there's this, there's this crazy time-traveling mad scientist character who's trying to save his friend's life. I mean, you form these very deep relationships with all of them, even the weird ones, even the creatures, sometimes especially the creatures, because the voices are fun to do. So yeah, it's hard to pick a favorite. They're all my favorite. I'd be so screwed on a desert island, wouldn't I? I can't pick favorites, anything.